Well, hello. Welcome back to Flying with Mike, a Monday edition. And we have a nice little one trip again today for you. Hope you enjoy. I'm just getting ACARS online right now. Stand by. Okay, everything's looking good. All right. So we've got the 767 from Flight Factor up on deck again. This time in the cargo version. We are going to travel from Winnipeg over to Toronto, staying up in the Canuck country, Canada. So, playing with the Canucks today. So, hope you all enjoy. When you get up here this time of the year, the weather can be a bit on the frightful side, but we're going into the holidays. The weather outside is frightful. Yep, that's where we want to be flying a lot this winter. So, we're gonna try it from here over to Toronto, here being Winnipeg, just north of that Minnesota line. So I hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope those of you in the U.S., I'm not sure where else in the world time change occurred yesterday, but I hope you survived it. If you're here, you did. Great. But I hope it didn't catch you off guard, kind of like it did us. That kind of went right under the radar, folks. Maybe we ought to schedule more elections when it's time for a time change. That just went right under the radar, just like that probably did with you. Yeah, tomorrow's election day here in the U.S. God help us. Please keep us safe as we go through what democracy goes through. We vote in a peaceful manner, not a riotful manner, as both sides of the aisle has shown themselves to do. So, Mr. Bongo, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. You'll be flying right over. Is that Thunder Bay there, Brian Bisky? Yes. Now, Cessna 172, probably not Piper Arrow. I was more of a fan of the low wing. Just let you know there, Brian. I kind of just, the Cessna's an airplane's an airplane. Let's be real. Um, but I don't know. I kind of like the wing underneath me. I get it. Passengers like the wing above. Hey, look, there's my house. Oh, wait, that sounds familiar from somewhere else. But anyway, um, but yeah, they like that high wing. I was one that liked the low wing, feel like I'm in a real airplane, if you will. So that's why the Piper Arrow is one that I do fly occasionally here on stream to get your high winged anxiety at ease. We do fly the Cessna Caravan. Matter of fact, I need to be doing that again. I haven't flown down in the Caribbean quite a while to my two favorite airports right now, Saba and St. Bartholomew. So, but anyway, as I was saying, hopefully this tomorrow goes smoothly and nice transition, however it goes. Okay, so FedEx Express Virtual. Been with these folks probably pretty close to inception. I mean, it seems like it. I've been here forever. And I love it. That's why. Um, I think if you check them out, all they ask is that you know how to fly. That's it. You know how to fly online, but not a requirement. They ask that you know how to land the plane, so you know, land the planes instead of put divots in the runway. Oh wait, huh. I do that sometimes. But it's really, I'm not going to say a whole laid back organization, but folks, I have only had maybe I'd have to talk with the CEO. I don't know if I've had many problems with them. It is just a dynamite organization, very easygoing. If there isn't an airplane, say for the longest times, there was not an ATR out there. So they made provisions with substitutes. So really good organization. Check them out, www.fdxva.org. Great bunch of guys and gals. So, all right, let's crawl up in the cockpit here. Let's see what kind of damage we can, what kind of flying we can do with the 767. All right, there you have it, folks. Now, we do have the aircraft powered up in the sense we have it on external power and the basic part of the flight started. Now, we still got to load the flight plan. The aircraft has been loaded. So, but we'll go through the process because it is, quite frankly, a little different in flight factor aircraft that you need to be aware. Even the 350 has, I don't know about the 777. I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to get it or not. And that was one of my, I love that plane from PMDG over in the FSX days. But I don't know yet. I'm kind of watching how they're doing things of late, seeing if any course corrections or changes in operations are occurring or not, and seeing if the rumor mill is actually a true mill. I'm not going to go and exploit rumors. So, how long is the flight? About 2.5 hours. And thank you, Mr. Bongo. Let's get in there and take a look at it. What do you say, folks? Hey? You knew that had to be coming from a guy from St. Louis. Eh? You know, I always loved that when I got up into Minnesota, Wisconsin. I don't think upper parts of Michigan were that way. They might have been, but you you get that, eh? Just coming out of everybody. And if you find yourself doing it, that's what's even, I think, to me, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, I just find that funny that as people, you know, work up in that region, they draw that accent. So it just something I've noticed over the years. So, but anyway, here's where we are, the white plane. We're flying down to where all this green is down here, and it's not rain, it's airplanes. So, all right, today's loadout, 71,720 pounds. There'll be 2 people and 71,300 pounds of cargo. We'll explain how that happens here in Flight Factor one moment. Game plan, takeoff runway 31, landing 15 left. Now, we'll kind of watch this because I think it's 5 left and 2, 3 right come down where FedEx is. So if we can aim that way, we try to. If we can't, because of winds, well, we can't. And it's just, as I like to sometimes say, sucks to be us. We got a long taxi. So, but we'll see what we can do here. Cruise index is 80. Flight level's 37,000. And kind of a icky flight out of Winnipeg. Wait a minute. Let me see. Aren't they the same? Oh, oh man, I just insulted somebody. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, anyway, weather pretty much right down the runway, 31018, 12 miles of visibility. However, that overcast layer is at 1,400 feet, which is something we have to consider in the real world. Of course, in the sim world, we don't have to. But in the real world, you begin considering, are we still above minimums should we have to come back? Temperature 5 dew point 3 with a strong wind like that, good chance we're not going to see fog, but drizzle and that kind of nature could happen. And of course, cloudiness. So overall, not a bad day for Canada. How about over in Toronto? And I just did that and I don't know why. 150 right down the runway. That's going to make it. Well, we could still do 23, but we'll think about it. But anyway, 150 at 8, 15-mile visibility, and really not bad on the clouds right now. If you were to look here on the map, it looks maybe a little worse than what we're hearing, but these remarks that I don't know how to decipher probably tell the tale of why it looks like it does. Broken sky at 18,000 and 25,000, way above any thoughts of minimums, and a few clouds pestering us at 5,000. So beautiful day, 15-mile visibility. All in all, a VFR day at the moment. A lot of this around it, and a lot of that coming through us here. I'm down here in St. Louis. That's where Flying with Mike is shot, streamed, whatever the words are. All right, so we have already filed, and by the way, if you pull up your VATSPY or your VAT maps, whatever you track people on VATSIM with, you'll find we're already on the deck. In the cargo area, probably the wrong one. It didn't set us right, and I should have pulled us up, but I didn't, and oh well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, so. All right, so here we go. Here we go. There. All right. Now, we said we have a, or if you noticed, a zero fuel weight of, we're estimating, so we want to bring the plane up to 269,720 pounds. Okay, that's what SimBrief gave us. Now, what FedEx gave us, I'll be totally honest, I don't know. Actually, a little heavier, but not much. 106,000 pound payload. And I'm not going to stack that up to that being anywhere what would come out right. Not worried about that. All right, so how do we make this plane get there? Get to that level of 269,700 pounds. Very simple. Take out your $1 million calculators, folks, that you hid from the teachers in high school because you were doing all your homework on it. Now you can use it without nobody getting on your case. Pull it out, put that number in first. Now you have the option of pulling the EFB from here or from down here. Either way brings up the exact same thing, although up here you can pick where you want to go for the most part. Go to ops, ground. If you're going this route, you'll see it goes ground, airplane. It breaks down, it goes, uh-oh, I did something. Uh-oh. What did I click on? I have no idea, but I clicked on something. Oh, well, we'll find out. Anyway, so you'll find that it's basically giving you the options of these windows, of these tabs. So, because under ops is ground airplane, under options is this. Those were the options up there. See how they are? Okay. Now, so you take your number, 269,720. What I would want you to do, zero out both your pallet number and your cargo weight. We'll explain them in real quick, real brief succession here. I'm getting pretty good at this one. Okay, each pallet you load on the plane, so every number here, is 9,800 pounds. I don't know the kilo side of the house, so you guys do the conversion with Google. But it's 9,800 pounds. Okay, so take your 269,720 pounds, divide it by 9,800. It's going to give you 7 point some change. Okay, 7 pallets is what that's telling you. We're not done yet. 7 pallets came out of that. Now, whatever's left here, again, take 269,000 minus that 0 fuel weight without the bulk weight here. And that was 3,120 pounds. Put that in for bulk. Now you're at the number. It seems complicated, but when you do it a couple times, it makes sense. The big thing to know is it's 9,800 pounds. If you find a way to put every one of these things in play, God love you. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. That is an amazing feat, because obviously you can tell you're going to hit the maximum gross weight long before you fill in all of these. And that's because on a real airplane, they're different weights. I don't know if Flight Vector ever had the plans to do that or not. I don't think so. But you never know. Just never know. So that's how this works. It's a little similar in the A350, but I can tell you right now the A320 is not the same. And I have, like I said, no idea on the 777. So, okay, so that takes care of this. Now, to load the aircraft, make sure you have the stairs, you have the LSU, you have the fuel truck, and you have the loader unit. Make sure you open all the doors and all you're going to open. Hang on, I'll show you. And then we're going to get into getting this bird in the air. You're basically only going to open this door. There's a bulk door in the back here. You can barely kind of see it open. And your 2 cargo doors on the first officer side. That's it. It's not like the passenger plane. If you hit all of them open up. Okay. Like all of your main deck, lower deck. No, it's just those needed to load. All right, with that in mind, let's get going, shall we? Parking brake is set, and parking brake is like all Boeings, right there by the throttles. See it? Yes, we have thunderstorms. Praise God we have rain. We haven't had rain. We had some in October, shot like for a couple of days, and then poof, it just dried up again. This is probably the most rain we've had since early September, and it is fantastic. It's heavy at times, but for the most part, it's a nice, light, soaking rain, which that's how you want rain when you haven't had rain. Anything else runs off. Plus, the other good side of it, again, thank God, harvest for the most part is over here. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the state, but in my general area, for the most part, they've got it all in, which is great. Yay, farmers. And if you can't say yay to farmers, how do you eat? So, all right, parking brakes on, batteries of standby power, wipers are off, external power is on. You wouldn't see any of this if none of those first few steps weren't done. Bus ties, utility bus, constraints are on, and external lights or emergency lights. Okay, so now let's move into our favorite animal, the FMC. And by the way, if you all saw last night's surprise video, if not, it is up on YouTube. We couldn't find a place to put them to kill us. It was funny. Frustrating and funny at the same time. All right, now the model version, that's going to be what's the latest one Flight Factor's kicked out, just so if you're ever looking for it, it's right there. Current to November 28th. Now, we do not have the little fancy dancy razzmatazz init requests that the Zibo, the Airbuses from Tolis have, even their Flight Factor and A350. We do not have that fancy dancy schmazzy technology in this plane. So, however, we could, and we probably will, hang on and see. CYYZ. Oh, wait a minute. Did I? No, I did not. Dang it. Back the truck up. I did. Okay, hang on. We didn't start the init. By that I mean we did not start aligning our IRS system. So while they're starting up, ding, ding, ding. Okay, we're waiting for them to go to align. That would have been sad. Get airborne and the plane doesn't know where it's at. All right, nav. We got 7 minutes. All right, now let's try this again. Pause it. CWG, and I think that's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to go in here and load it just to help get us moved along. All right, and it'll be, okay, so we go by that. All right, I'm just looking at the downloader to find out what the format is. So it's CYWG, CYYZ, OT1. Company route loaded. Let's take a look at it real quick. Mr. Bongo still here, did a photo shoot on Saturday calling photo edit. Yikes. You got to take your finger off the shutter. You got a lot of work, it sounds like, ahead of you. Sorry, couldn't resist that one, Mr. Bongo. RORMA, SIDPO, DEGVA, AGLIN, OTNIK. Oh, perfect. So that is correct. So we can execute. All right, go back to route and departure. Okay, departure. Hang on. Edit. Oh, cancel. Import. There we go. Current airports, here we go. Tree 1. How is that taxi gonna be? Actually not too bad. Actually real simple. Cool. That's hard. That's rare for a cargo plane. 31 is an 8,800-foot runway. Plenty of runway for the flight we're taking. Now, if we were embarking on something like Winnipeg to London, we may have to use the north-south runway. All right, so that's cool. So we are planning, let's see. And if you're in, oh, you're not seeing this, so hang on. That looks potentially okay. A little too far. We'll just go with the Winnipeg 3. Let me show you what we're doing to help fill in the gap. Hang on 1 second here, because it will help me out if I can check. I'm the only one really flying? Wow. For the most part, everyone else finished. Wow. Ah, gotcha. Not going any further with that one, Mr. Bongo. Got it. All right, so we'll do the Winnipeg 3 departure and then go to legs, and then I'm going to bring in charts. So what we were doing was trying to determine if we had indeed a departure. We got 3 to choose from. Bogey takes us way out. Grizzly and Winnipeg kind of hang us in about this point, and then we can vector ourselves over to our route. Probably left turn. Yeah, left turn. The big thing for me, make sure it does not say turboprop. Okay, it does not. Good. I've actually done that, put myself on one of these, and all of a sudden it's the turboprop. So vectors to RORMA. Bear with me. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, so legs. Little confused here. What's going on? Okay, we're just looking at it, see if we have any discontinuity. Oop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Previous. Oh, darn it. Ding, ding. Okay, AGLIN. And then our airport. Okay, now, so what we did here, folks, oops, that won't work, gotta cancel. So from flights, we come over here to departures. It gives us 8 of them. Okay, well, now it also can specify a runway. So you can see, here's where Vogie went. Grizzly a little further upstream than our, so we did this one. So you add it to the route, and there you go. Okay, so now you can see the route here. You said Thunder Bay, huh? Where are, oh yeah, we are going to be right there's Thunder Bay right there. We're going to be just south of it. Although, looks like we'll go right over Thunder Bay VOR. Pretty cool. All right, so there's OTNIK where we ended. So execute. All right, execute. Now let's go to the index, go to Toronto. Now let me show you a little bit about, whoa, wow, what the? I got a whole lot of different things down here. You can probably barely see it. Here's the airport. Like one for each runway. If we can get lucky, this is the way they want us to land. Actually, I think it's this one. No, it is the left. My bad. If we can get lucky and bring 2-3 in, we can get right off. Right here is where we're going. If not, we'll long taxi if we have to. So for now, I am going to, we can always change this up. So we are doing the VATSIM 7. I'm going to go ahead, plan 2-3, and if ATC comes up and says not a chance and you know where, we have a decision to make. Disconnect or okay. VATSIM 7, OTNIK, and next, be ILS 23 Nuttic, I believe. Is, yeah, Nuttic. All right, so that gives us the whole approach to work with. All right, and transition. I really hate when it does this. It makes me think like I gotta execute. All right, everything should be right. Let's see. Next, AGLIN, we're going to OTNIK. Nickel. Hang on, let me find it. Okay, GoPack, Tuden. I like doing it this way, folks, so that way if I do run into where I missed one, everything's looking good up here. Set to go, Darden, Boxum. Okay, and then Duvos, Adsed, and Taxi. No, Adshed, Step, Urbis, then Taxu, Davik, and then we'll run into this one. And as you can see, it's pretty much we turn around and intercept the runway. All right, so everything's looking good. Step out to IKDOT, and we're there. Cool, worked out perfectly. Click, and we're ready to go there. Okay, now we'll just get the performance numbers in and then we'll be ready to go. Unfortunately, we got to use SimBrief. So what I do is from my flight plan I have, click Takeoff Predict, look over the numbers real quick, calculate. Now, you could use performance and tools down the left side. Just know you're going to put all those figures in to get that little map. I don't need the little map. I can live without it. I know some of you out there have to see the map. All right, so we're going to go flaps 5, takeoff 2. Ooh. Standby, takeoff. I don't know how to set the set it for this aircraft, so we'll go just take off. But we'll set a different select. So we'll execute, go back to route, go to perf, click. Now for the reserve, stand by, we are looking at 11,200. I'm just going to put 11 in. And cruise is 37? I thought we were 35. 37,000. Okay, cost index 80. And our cruise wind, again, all of this is in your flight plan summary from SimBrief. Just pull it up, copy paste, or now you can't copy, but you can sure just, like I'm doing, look and type. And then for for step size, I just put 2,000. I've always done that and I always will. CG, click on, go to the next page. Runway wind. You can actually get that off of, hang on. There we go. And whoa. There we go. All right, just getting things lined up here better. And, oh, no, there we go. Runway is 300 at 17. And for me, the easiest way for the slope is right off the detailed flight report in some toolkit. Slope is up 0.1. Okay, acceleration and our reference temperature, 5. A whole 5 degrees, folks. Okay, click next page, fill in the rest. Thrust, 54. Flaps 5. And reference speeds on, we were calling 140, 144, 149. For the most part, not bad. We'll go with a V1 there. 144 for rotate. And 149. Turn them off. There we go. What's left is very simple. Right in the middle. Actually, we'll do it this way. Flight directors on. 149. We're going to actually go 159. Runway heading is 315. We may get a pretty good pop here. Those seem like a close strike. Nope, we didn't. All right, we're ready to go. FMC and front control panel. Finish things up top. We're ready to go. First thing I'm going to do, though, is start closing this airplane up, making sure everything's visible. You know what? I'm going to do it this way so you guys can see. All right, let's go ahead and first close, 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 close. Now I did them individually because I'm keeping the main door open for the moment. And then we're going to get over to ground and go LSU, fuel truck, GPU, and loader, keeping the ASU or ACU AC connected, providing us some heat while the APU fires up. Uh-oh. Did I turn off? I sure did. Doggone it. I didn't think I clicked that. I sure did. I hate when I do things like that, folks. Okay, we are back up and running. Hallelujah. And no fears, hopefully. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We got to go through this again. Hang on. Let me just do a quick look up here. We may be fine. This is one of those aircraft, folks. You got to be careful. The GPU got disconnected before being turned off. That's what's caused all the troubles. Route. All right. And real quick, get back to this. And we decided that. Execute. Index, we decided this, and 2, 3 for now. Execute. Okay. Okay, we're just rapid loading this. 237 77 2000. Okay, runways, wind 300 at 17. That was up 0.1, 5 degrees, 5, and we went 133, 144, 149. Okay, now one thing I do want to look at, 269.7. Okay, so everything is loaded. Okay, good. Perfect. All right, so we've recovered, thankfully. Let me double check. Ground power is not on. All right, just looking over everything, making sure everything came through that okay. Click, click. Today we're running even, so we'll use that one. Bear with me. 569. And auto trims are on, and we're looking ready to go. Now, if, again, like I say on all airplanes, if you open these guards up, make sure to close them. It's an added protection both in the real world and in the sim world, so that it takes 2 clicks to turn the battery off. Let's just say that's one of them. So that's 2 clicks, folks. All right. It was 149, right? Yes. Okay. And for this one, we'll set it in legs. And folks, we're ready to go. Sorry for that little oops. It happens. So I hope y'all are ready, because I sure am. Let's get this thing buttoned up fully, ready to go. No more hiccups, I hope. I always click close all at the end. Sometimes you miss one, folks. And then I always try to do an exterior look. Chocks are still in, but we'll be pulling those here in a minute. Let's get going, shall we? Okay, one issue I got to work out real quick is down here on the radios. Whoa. Okay, 122.8, 121.5, and we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead try CTAP here, but I don't think we have it. No, why not? Okay, we're ready to go. Let me just make sure that snafu didn't hurt us over here, and it does not appear to have. Wow, we actually have that flight? Holy mackerel. Cairo to Toronto. Wow. Wouldn't have guessed that one. Okay, I'm just getting some screens set here. Let's get after it, shall we? Okay. Boy, the sky is just a talking outside, folks. Okay, checklist complete. APU's running. Let's get our anti-collision light on as soon as we call better pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, beacon's on. Not a long pushback at all, folks. Now, there is nothing easy here like TOLUS, other than you can pull it up there and drop the chocks. I'm just curious where they stowed. In all the years, I think I've
Ready to connect.
cleared to connect. All the 4 years I've had this plane, both X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12. I never looked. I thought, what the heck? Let's look. All right, I'm gonna come down here.
So connected and bypassed and inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, got my chat room visible now. Brakes release.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay, starting these engines is pretty simple. We didn't do anything fancy because we really don't have the room to. Packs off. Start them up. Magenta line, turn the fuel on. Fuel switches are right here. Today's flight, folks, once airborne, is 2 hours to Toronto. So we'll get
Operation
things.
complete. Set parking brake.
All right, stand by. We'll put that up there and brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Probably the simplest pushback I've done in quite a while. Fuel on. Now, I know the 300 ER, the startups seem pretty close to what you would expect. The rest of them, I can't, this one I think they've actually worked on and made it better, but the 200s, they will fire up in a nanosecond. The APU, you blink, it's already available. That's not how it is in the real world, folks. The engines come up pretty quick too. So
So it's disconnected and bypassed and has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time. And
okay. All right, so let's get up top here. We've got them fired up. Okay, they're on the gens. All right, left and right hydraulics and bleeds are on. Packs are on. APU bleed off. APU off. Gen off. Okay, come down. Auto brakes to reject. State trim needs to be at 3.6. And I think we're ready to go. Radar in weather, and that's it for now. And flight controls. The bummer in the whole thing here, folks, now it's interesting in the A320, you can actually disconnect from here, but you can't in this one, nor the A350. Two of the more easier ones to shut down. All right, so it took us an hour to get going. Great. Okay, hang on, folks. I got one last step I do on, and we're gonna taxi. Brakes off. Here we go. Now there is an actual wing requirement in here. I'm not even sure the A300s fit in here. Yeah, where we would end up then in that case, because see, we're going to take out these lights. Tonk is up here. Okay. And we're about ready to go. So let's get our before takeoff stuff ready to go. Okay, parking brake on, speed brakes off, running lights or runway lights off or on, landing lights on, landing gear. Okay, we're ready to go, folks. We're going to actually do this on CTAF and then switch over. Okay, go to engines, on, and CTAF. Yeah, Winnipeg common traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, departing 3-1. And just as a additional note on Unicom, FedEx 811 heavy departing Winnipeg runway 31. Okay, strobes. Last check, all clear. Okay, lights on. We're going to do a roll and takeoff. 100. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Okay, we're turning to a heading of 230. Real quick check. Nothing in the area. Oh, we're going to be coming up behind a WestJet. He's at 6,000. And Winnipeg traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, clear of the traffic area. See how that traffic is in relation to us. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. Okay. You know, one thing we did not set was our altimeter. All right. Let's All right, we're now direct our fix, and on we go. We're looking at 2 hours right now as we climb up. Hopefully that little bit of a tailwind push we have will help us. We're on our way, estimating, like I said, 2 hours. Great departure. A couple of little flub ups on my part. Wouldn't be flying with Mike without him. Hang on, I'm turning the engines down. There we go. There you have it, the 767 freighter for FedEx. And it is configured, as I've been told by some FedEx people correctly, no winglets. They actually got rid of them. Not sure why, but, you know, but they did. And we're on our way. Glad you all could be here. Glad to be a part of your day. Hope you all enjoy. We got a great week up ahead for you. Check out the schedule here on Twitch. If you're joining us from other platforms, coming in, seeing what it's like for the live feed, hey, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. You can find out the schedule. Oh, excuse me. One of two places. As soon as I get rid of these hiccups. On the Twitch page there, down just below the video feed, you'll see About. Click there and it should be pretty much right there in front of you, the flight schedule. You can also find it on our Discord channel. I know numerous opportunities for it have come up. I'm going to hit it again just so you can see it. I think, let me see if that one's active. It is. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, folks. I had someone, uh-oh, what's going on here? Server news over at X-Plane. Ah. Whew. I thought, like, are you kidding me? I missed a release? Oh, but anyway, no, we're still in 1.2, release candidate 4. Actually, yeah, release 4. So, oh man, we're going to have to put sunglasses on to take this screenshot, folks. But anyway, there you have her, climbing out of Winnipeg. All right, FMC message, are we saying still insufficient fuel? We sure are. Whoa, we dropped to 9.4. Why? All right, we'll have to deal with that for a little bit as we get up to cruise. Hopefully by the time in cruise, we're not worried right now about fuel, but if we would have to divert, we didn't really go over that. Our divert is, what the heck is the name of this place? It's a new one on me. Trenton, CYTR, Canada, over in Ontario. So, all right, well, we'll see. We're supposed to have plenty of fuel. Maybe winds have changed since the flight plan came up. That never happens out here, folks. Never. I'll still never forget that day in a little Cessna. I believe we were flying, me and my dad, from Right Pat down to Sporty's there in Cincy. And on the way back, the air approach controller, I think it was, came back to my dad and goes, would you like your ground speed? He goes, yeah, sure. -1. We're like, what? So it was tacking all the way back to make headway to get back to Dayton, Ohio. -1. So still had plenty of fuel. I think, well, it's not that far between Dayton and Wright Pat, Sporty's down in Batavia. So, actually, is that where it is? I know it's Claremont County Airport. Is it Batavia? I don't know. Hey, guys from Ohio, let me know. It's been so long. I haven't been out to that place in a long time. We just flew there in the Aero a couple weeks ago. Video is up on YouTube. I don't remember the name of the town. I'll be totally honest. So we're on our way, and I hope y'all enjoy. Tomorrow we kick off again in the A339. Kind of on the fence if the second flight may or may not be able to go. Wife's got a pretty important meeting she brought to my attention as we were going through, deconflicting what I was hoping to fly versus we think it'll work, but there could be some problems with that second flight tomorrow where I have to go down, watch the it's tough duty, folks. Someone has to do it. Go down, watch the first officer, the 7-month-old granddaughter. Tough duty. I know. But like I said, I'll take one for the team. But if not, we'll be flying the Citation 10. We have not flown that in a few months. So get ready for some fun times. Little short hop LA to well, find out exactly, but basically from LA to Phoenix. Wrap the day up out of Berlin to Amsterdam in the A350. There's a purpose behind that. The A339 is, folks, if you weren't watching yesterday's stream, watch it. Phenomenal aircraft. You've got the RMS that's in the A350 in this aircraft, and I got to learn a lot, and we'll see if that learning translates. So that'll be a fun flight. I'm still trying to. I had the heads up display working on the Cebu, but when I needed it, I couldn't get it to work. So we'll have to figure that out tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Today, we've got a 767 en route to Toronto. Currently, status on, sorry, folks, got to get to that screen. 1 hour, 27 minutes out. So enjoy. We're just going to cruise along. We only do one flight on Mondays for the most part. We have a church meeting, gospel community, we call it, where we get together and, a group of us and talk out the sermon or whatever's going on in life. We got a light. Hang on. Oh, altitude alert. Okay, I'll take those. So, it's how we live it out, folks. It can be rough to live out the Bible, to live out the gospel, and especially in the times, especially what could happen tomorrow and days afterwards. So be in prayer for this country as we go into an election. Both parties have shown their ugliness more times than not during this. When we say to other countries, shame on you, we should be saying shame on ourselves for what we've allowed on both sides of the house. A lot of people forget. I don't. I'm pretty much up on politics. I just don't watch the news because they skew it however they want. And that is it, folks, for politics here, other than get out and vote tomorrow, folks. You know, that Veterans Day comes up the next week, I think it is. Do I have my schedule up? No, of course not. Those veterans, folks, allow you. They protect that right for you to be able to vote, and of course not vote. I get it. But it's pretty hard for me to talk to someone about any issues if you haven't voted, if you haven't taken your part and stepped up and voted. Because if you don't, you really don't have a lot to say. Yeah, you can say it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna listen. So get out and vote. I don't care who you vote for. I'll tell you who I'd like you to vote for. Not on air. But beyond that, folks, that's what your convictions are. Who you think will do the best. I'm not going to sit here and sway you. I know who I'm voting for, and who you vote for should be a personal issue. But you should get out and vote. Don't care how long the lines are, how bad the weather is, because believe me, right now, it's pretty crummy if we had to vote today. You've had more ample opportunities than way back when, folks, and I'm talking only about 10, not even 10 years. So this early voting and all, folks, that's, you know, you don't really have an excuse anymore. So anyway, get out and vote. And then just remember those veterans the following week who give you, who protect the country and protect the rights we quite often, many of us, including this guy, abuse. So we all abuse. Thunder Bay is still quite a ways away. We had somebody, Brian. Oh, I'm gonna blow your name there if I tried. Let me see here if I can roll back. There you are, Brian K. Biskey. Yep, we'll be over to Thunder Bay or that area here shortly, so. And many people have asked me why I say prayers for the country. I really fear what the outcome of this election is and what has the potential to happen. Like I said, both parties, Democrat and Republican, have shown how disgustingly ugly they can be. To me, some more than others, but that's a whole different discussion, whole different platform, not here. Oh, there we go again. They've shown their disgustingness, and hopefully we can get through this election peacefully as it was intended for. Peaceful transition. Because it's going to transition, folks. How far it transitions, that depends on the outcome tomorrow. And believe it or not, I am kind of following our verse of the day today. Whatever you do or say, do it as a representative of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks through him to God the Father. And that's what I'm trying to do, trying to uh, be an ambassador for Christ with this stream, as well as what's going on in the world these days. And then the second verse that, and I don't do these normally because to non-Christians, they don't make sense. But um, the devotional that I read earlier this week, actually over the weekend, um, was two parts and of the same chapter. And, this second part, I try to live out, and it really backfired on me. And I'm going to continue to live it out that way. And that is verse 23 of Colossians chapter 3. Work willingly at whatever you do. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though the Lord was your boss. As it says, as though you were working for the Lord rather than people. Puts work in a whole different light. But like I said, um, it did backfire on me when I tried working this way, and I'm sure I did other things that helped to backfire it. But work willingly, folks, at whatever you do. I've seen a lot of people out there that, and I was one of them, folks, that just begrudgingly didn't want to go to work. But I did every day that my day was called to work. I was there, no matter what the job was, be it driving a truck, working a call center, working the firehouse, working a computer center, on the railroad. I was there. Couple of those jobs, maybe not so much 100% willing, but knowing I had to be there for my family, then that part was there. So it's an interesting verse when you look at it. Work willingly at whatever you do. The Lord isn't going to tell you, and I'm learning that right now, Lord, folks. 60, almost 60 years old, and I'm getting a real hard crash course in this. The Lord's not going to sit there and go, hey, you do this job, you do that job. No. You work willingly as if you're working for me. I don't care what you're doing, is what the Lord's saying. Just do it willingly and as if you're working for me, not other people. Puts a whole new spin on things, doesn't it, folks? So enjoy. I just thought I'd pass those along. It came, and I really loved it. And I just hope it makes sense, this verse of the day. So I think we're settling down. Yeah, we're up to 10.8 now, I think it is, on fuel. So we are starting to get into that tailwind. So everything is starting to look a little better. We'll probably get popped for another insufficient fuel, but at least we know for sure for sure can make our alternate. And I'll continue to say it, folks. X-Plane, Laminar, you guys and gals are really doing a great job on the clouds. My only wish, and it was there, and then they went away, the cirrus clouds. I don't know what happened to them. The wispy ones, not, you know, you're up at 39,000 feet. I shouldn't, unless thunderstorms are reported. I get that. I shouldn't be going through these thick clouds. But other than that, they are just phenomenal. And here's the funny part, folks. Every time I say something about the clouds, I take an airplane ride somewhere. And the clouds look just like they show them. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I was making comments at how the clouds here kind of don't look right. Well, we took a flight out of Mesa to say, I've said this a million times. Took a flight out of Mesa back home. Yeah, they were. And when we popped out, they looked just like, yeah. So I really try not complaining much. I mean, right now I see a little what I would call the wispy type, but yeah, they're doing it. I mean, they have done a phenomenal job. Eye candy. Okay, yeah, I'll hand that one to Microsoft. I'm not really eye candy type. I care less if I see my house. Um, what I care about are the flight dynamics, and hands down, they blow Microsoft out of the water. And so, as you all enter the time of when you're going to have to all buy new computers, new graphic cards, and all of that to keep up, we keep plugging on here. I'm on the same computer now, 5 years old. Couldn't do that before. So, enjoy. Speaking of enjoyment, we are 1 hour, 15 minutes out. So again, hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Told you all our fun time Saturday. Oh, Lord have mercy. And praise God, we did. Our youngest's ex-boyfriend was gracious enough to come over and lend a hand and fix it. We were out doing yard work like a lot of people are this time of the year, cleaning up the yard, getting it ready for winter. I was out, and I hate this. Oh, I hate pine. The only, I love pine trees. I love the sound the wind makes going through them. Sometimes the smell is okay, but I hate the cleanup of needles because it never is a never ending battle. Worse than leaves off trees. At least leaves you can find an end in the battle. Not pine needles. Oh my gosh, I think they multiply while they're on the ground. Um, anyway, I'm doing that. My wife's doing some trimming on the bushes, getting them ready for the, down season. Lo and behold, she accidentally cuts the wire for the internet. we went without internet. Quite funny, the questions that come up. Well, now what do we do? Well, anyway, he graciously came out, fixed it, and a couple hours later, we're back up and going. So thank you so much. And oh man, I've come close. I've never cut through, but I'm pretty sure I've nicked wires on houses we've been at doing that. So and come on, y'all know you've done it probably too. Maybe not cut through, but you've nicked them. And oh, there's got to be a better way. Got to be a better way. So, but anyway, we got the internet back up and running. Obviously, otherwise, last night would not have been able to happen. And we flew a great flight last night. Again, it's up on YouTube. Appreciate those that watch. Thank you. And we have this flight going to Toronto, standing at about an hour and 10 minutes out. And tomorrow we lead off where we left off yesterday from Cebu to Manila. We've done this flight before. It's a nice, short, good testing flight, both Clark to Cebu and Cebu to Manila, to get used to aircraft. And there's not a lot with TOLUS that you have to get used to if you have the A319 or the A321. Sorry, folks, or the A320. Still a little tired, Neos. It's really not much different, but that RMS, that is a version that, if you go in, you make a paint job, you can select that that's on the aircraft, or which I might actually do is go in and make them all that way. And I may put the HUD on them all so I can start reacclimating to flying with the HUD. I used to do it with the 737 and FSX. Enjoyed it. I had a hard time seeing in ZBO through it, so I kind of stopped using it, and I really do need to get back into it. So that's the leadoff flight tomorrow. So I hope to see you all tomorrow. And if you haven't yet, oh man, I don't know how you're making it. Those of you in the United States who haven't changed your clocks yet, unless you're in those states or areas where they don't, how did you make it this far? Or are you just continuously wondering, why am I so early? Yeah, the time, it was, like I said, we need time changes to happen every time on an election, because I never heard about it. Boy, have I heard nothing but election news. Flew right under the radar, this time change, and everyone was like, what time change, where'd that come from? I actually thought it was next week. So yeah, maybe an election needs to happen every 6 months like this so it can fly under the radar and all of a sudden people scramble. In this case, though, it's a good scramble because you get an extra hour of sleep. The next one, you'll be late. And what's funny is for the next week or two, okay, after tomorrow, the next week or two will be nothing but, in the legislature today, we're talking about stopping this insidious time change. I actually like standard time. Sorry, folks. That's what it comes down to, is which time zone to go to, and you can't get a consensus on it. There's a lot of people like me. I prefer standard. I get it. You get more daylight. Okay, but you don't do much with it anyway, so what's the difference? Only ones that do much with it are the farmers. Oh, wait, that's where it was actually meant for. So I just found that hilarious because even me and my wife, I think it was Friday, we were like, when's the time change? And like I said, I thought it was next weekend. Flew right under that radar. AGLIN, I think that is. Bear with me. We are about 50 miles, 40, 20, no, a little over 60 miles from Thunder Bay. Somehow, I don't think we're gonna see it. Since that's what Canada looks like pretty much from now until spring. Or at least when I drove up there in the winter. It never was sunny. Now in the summer it was beautiful. Matter of fact, I did, as a truck driver, I enjoyed driving on their roads more than the US. I think they've got great ideas for what rest areas should be like. Um, and on all interstates, where down here, what Canada does on all interstate type roads that they have up there, what they do is what we do on toll roads down here. These service plazas for rest areas. Great idea. Canucks, you got that one right. That's one. um, Down here, you only get those service plazas in toll roads, and that stinks because there's many a times I wished I could pull in like I do up there, grab a burger, grab a whatever, throw some gas in the tanks if need be, and on our way. Not so here. Got to completely come off the interstate, find a parking spot, go in. There you can turn in 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, in and out in a heartbeat. Grab some food and go, or sit down and eat. A lot quicker up there than you can down here in the US. Especially now with these new rules in place. Well, have been in place for better part of what, almost 20 years. So I don't think we're getting that break in the rain that the forecasters said was coming. But again, we'll take it. We really, really needed the water. Not like, I mean, there are areas in this country that could really use a great soaking for a week. But this will do wonders. And I'm sure the weatherman will come on here in the next day or two, go, oh, that was just a drop in the bucket. That was only like putting an inch or a half inch in, and we needed 18 inches. Because it all ran off. No, actually, this was a good soaking What I woke up to and overnight was a good soaking rain. And again, somewhere down there is Thunder Bay. All right, we're coming up on the magical 1 hour to Toronto. Hope you all enjoy. Like I said, unfortunately, this will be the only flight today. Tomorrow, we're hoping to get all three in. And we do have potential problems with one. All identified. We think we'll be able to work through, but we will be available to help my wife. I will be available to help my wife out. She does a lot to allow this stream to happen, so least I could do is return the favor. But thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. You're the reason we're up here, we're on stream. We love to fly, folks. I love flying. I wish I would have stuck with it back when I was flying small airplanes with a private pilot's license, but things happen. And more often than not, there is a reason why things happen. And may take 20 years to figure it out. May take 20 seconds to figure it out. But there's always a reason, folks. When one door closes, usually somewhere, if you're aware, another door is opening. So, love this cathedral look. When I'm down in the tropics with a hurricane, I'm not so certain up here. But hey, it looks good. Looking at our route, oh man, that rain is gonna be in Toronto when we get there. We'll see how the weather's faring. Again, we're hoping for 2-3, but know that 1-5 is what was published. We can't get the ATIS for Toronto, so I really don't know what they are really flying down there, but we're going to try and make a request for runway 23. Just like if we were in Memphis, I always try to get a request in for 9 or 27 just because it's right there for FedEx. So now if I'm with the other airlines that I fly with, then we start looking at the other runways. But 927 works beautifully for FedEx. There we go, over Thunder Bay. I hope, Mr. Brian, you can hear us. We're waving. Proverbially. because we sure can't see Thunder Bay below us, unless that's the winter look of Thunder Bay and you're buried in a lot of snow. And I don't wish that on anyone, even those that love the snow. I don't wish it on. I will be right back, folks. All right, folks, we're back with you. That was funny. Uh, my wife likes to go to this coffee place called Scooters. I don't know if it's just a Midwest thing or if it's actually nationwide or not here in the US. Anyway, she went in her slippers today and it was raining. And she's been squeaking all over the house, going, I can't sneak up on you. And so I told her, well, go get different slippers on. So she did. uh, all right, we are headed across. Well, we're almost past Thunder Bay. Where are we right now? Oh, we're still over Lake Superior. So we're working our way there, folks. A little over 45 minutes out. So hope you've enjoyed your Monday. And glad to have you aboard. If you enjoy the content, enjoy what you're seeing, we'd love for you to smash that follow button. If you happen to be over on YouTube watching us, hey, smash that subscribe button and like. Let us know you're out there and that you like what you see. Both actions basically tell you the next time, either if you follow with Twitch, the next time we go live, you'll get an email. And over on the YouTube world, if you subscribe, it lets you know when the next video released. What we do not dual stream yet. I'm looking into it, but I'm seeing a lot of pluses and negatives for different variety of ways of going. None of it is, for me right now, cost. It's all bang for buck for you guys. I've heard downsides with the restream way, but I've also heard positives. Likewise, going a different route, I've same things. So just trying to get the best platform in place so that we can dual stream out to both fields, Twitch and YouTube. So, but thank you folks so much. We sure appreciate you. And if the ads are getting to you here on Twitch, really the only way to get rid of them, but yet at the same time supports the stream, is to physically subscribe to our channel here at Twitch. It's not like YouTube. Over here on Twitch, it does cost. I'll give you a little breakdown here real quick. That is completely your call. I can only, point you to how to not see ads. But we appreciate any assistance you may give us with the subscriptions. We are very humbled and very thankful for everyone who subscribes and follows. So on we go, folks. Well, Inuasik, welcome, sir, for the resubscribe. We sure thank you. 16 months he's been subscribed here. And thank you so much. We kind of have blue skies. And, well, we have a lot of blanket below us. But thank you so much, sir. We very much appreciate it. And I hope you're having a good day, because I know it's probably getting late wherever you are. And this time changes the charm. I really do like, that is one of my favorite shots, is when we come through the clouds. Ooh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Kind of figured 9, 10. Yeah, we're back on standard time here. And boy, is that playing with a lot of people. Cicada rhythms. And I actually enjoy it. One, it makes it easy for the Zulu conversion. It's 6 hours difference. Makes it super easy. Unlike you all out there, yeah, Zulu's the same time, almost +1. So, but we should be in Toronto in about 40 or so minutes. Hoping if we get a controller, they'll be nice enough and let us land on 2-3. Realizing they may say, no, 15 left. Or right, I don't know how the flow in VATSIM works on here. I'll just tell you this much, for a Monday, there's not a lot up yet, knock on wood. I probably just watch it go top to bottom all the way down into Toronto. Because I said that. But yeah, it's I didn't even think to look over in Europe to see how things are there. But I would assume quite busy. Actually, well, what time are we here? It is about 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock, like you said, in your area. So yeah, things are winding down. Except for London. London is still jam-packed with people, so is Frankfurter. But overall, it's starting to quiet itself down. Wait, that's not Frankfurt. That's Dusseldorf. What's going on at Dusseldorf? Huh. So, and I know up in Copenhagen, we made that. Not just Xbox. Everybody's clamoring for it. I think I read one streamer, that is the end of the fly-by-wire A320, A380 from now on. I'm like, what? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That A380 really... Let's see. Over the last 3 months, we've transitioned from MD-11s to 777s. A secondary MD-11 explosion when X-Plane got their passenger, followed by another 777 explosion, and then the A339 coming out, which I think is just, what a product. Can't wait to get that sucker back in the sky again tomorrow. Like I said, folks, you're going to see that airplane a lot out of me. That is just an amazing, amazing things told us what they have been able to do with that plane. I now have a better understanding of that RMS. Oh, London City. I don't, it has been ages, probably 10 years since I've even attempted London City. I need to go in there. Okay, that's on the list. And Billy Bishop, I'm not sure of that one. What's Billy Bishop? Time for Google. Oh, wait, I think I've been in there. Is that the one? Let me see. I think we were just in there a couple months ago. That was pretty cool. Yeah, Toronto City. That was a neat little airplane or a little airport for the King Air to go into. Hey, who put this cloud in front of me? Hey, get it out of the way. So, you know what? Now that I'm seeing my altimeter doing funky things, ding, ding, ding. Anti-ice on. Of course, then we'll pop out. So, yeah, that was a fun airport to land at. I really liked that airport. But London City, that I do need to get into. It's been so long. And I could definitely fly in a A319 or 320. I need to look at it. It doesn't look like a super short runway. I know, is it coming in from the west where you fly through the city? Kind of like San Diego? Man, there's a lot of water around this. I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, east. Okay. But I do remember in a documentary or something of the craziest approaches. That is kind of like San Diego where you're flying in over buildings and all to get to. An A319 is probably pushing it. Okay. See how we're doing. I may have to take a small break here for a moment, folks. Got 160 miles to top of descent. Boy, I could see a visual approach on that one. Couple of them. Wow. Yep, we're putting London City on the list. I know it's always ATRs and oh, what's the more famous one that really? Oh, BAE. That really, or Avros, whatever. That took a beating getting in there. Hmm. Uh, we had a neighbor stop by. Uh, some HOA stuff. My wife's part of the board, so they're talking that super secret squirrel stuff. Okay, we're 120 mile from top descent. That puts us about 28 minutes. So we're almost there, folks, into Toronto. So far, so good. And we'll see how all of this comes together. Boy, it's just been a solid wall of clouds all the way from Winnipeg to here. Wow. Holy mackerel. Okay, looking sim to oh, that's funny. Oh, Minneapolis came back up. Okay. I was gonna say I thought they were down. Um and oh, looks like the rain may have pushed away. Let's check out some weather. Okay, let me push this. Come on, push the right button there, Captain. There we go. Weather. Really? Oh, wait. Why all of a sudden do I have an ATIS? Ah, IVO. All right, so arrivals 2324. Ooh, what's going on here with the weather? Hang on, stand by. 120. Wow, that actually, ooh, that's almost a direct cross on my runway. But it's only at 6, broken at 8,000, overcast 12,000, so really not too bad right now. Okay, so currently we will plan 2-3. Now we'll see if VATSIM comes up. Now that was the IVAO network, very similar to VATSIM, just a different network that people fly on for controllers and all, for online flying. I don't think I've ever flown a flight on IVAO, to be totally honest. So, and we'll be right back again, folks. All right, I'm done. All right, we're back. Oh, sorry for that, folks. You know how that is. And all right. Getting a little breaking in. I like the clouds right now. They are looking really cool. Down to 20 minutes. Okay, let's see where we are. 55 miles out. Okay, top of descent is on the nav display. So let's can do a couple things here. I really don't worry about running the landing performance, even though it's on the wrong runway. Let's plan that right runway. We're gonna get. Well, I'm not gonna run brakes 1. Now we do have a wet. Oh, you know, I don't know if it's reported wet. But I'm gonna come up here. Clear, hit that, and we're set for the descent. All right, now we're coming in on the BOXM 7 for 2-3. The only thing we have is by Duvos between 13 and 10,000. And continuing down to 6. So I'm going to set 10,000. And then we'll walk through the how descents are done in this plane. Okay, couple of ways as we get ready to fly through another cloud. Okay, now it's not like the 737 where you have an altitude intervene, nor like some of the Airbuses you push-pull here. This plane, first off, let's just do that. How did we get off? Huh, somehow we came off VNAV and I didn't catch it. Okay, so we're now 38 miles out. So 2 ways you can make this plane descend. Okay, 1, just wait for it. Wait for us to pass top of descent, plane starts coming down. Okay, that's the easy one, right? Well, there's actually an easier one. Now, I don't know of any other version of this FMC in Flight Factor. Now, if you're running a different type, there could be. Because I want to say the LDS version over an X-plane. Oh, wow, it's really raining now, folks. Anyway, the LDS, I believe you could select. So, just like Boeing 737s, you do the same here. So, get to the descent page. If it's a VNAV page, click VNAV, then next page till you get economy descent or descent. Now, set your transition level. Now, most airports, North America, most of the ones that will be different are in Mexico and Central America, which Mexico we could call Central America, but mostly down there is where, because it's such high terrain, that we may have different transitions. But for the most part, North America is 18,000 feet. Unlike Europe, Asia, Africa, where it could be country to country, city to city. So pay attention to that if you're in those places. Here, it's 18,000 feet. All right, now, if you would need to change it, now here, it's real easy on Flight Factor, do it here. Most Boeings, you'll see forecast. Click forecast, make your change up top. Okay, all we're doing is looking here to make sure everything looks good. You see how you could make it descend when ATC tells you to descend. Say, for instance, center came up and said, FedEx 811 Heavy, descend flight level 210. And if it doesn't say pilot's discretion, you're going down. Click descend now. Otherwise, wait for when you're ready for it. And as soon as we start this descent, folks, I'm going to make a walk around the house inside here, making sure windows I have open are not seeing rain. We just had a pretty good rain shower pull through here. Doesn't look like it, but I hate the words doesn't look like. I wish Flight Factor put a number here for us so I don't have to keep going back. Close enough, we're going to start our descent.
Etihad 64, Etihad 64, this is Minneapolis Center on guard. Etihad 64, if you hear this, contact Denver Center 127.65.
And you see how you can tell you're in your descent. You got your little descent. And we're pretty well right on track. Hour and a half into the flight, starting down. Hope you're ready, folks. All right, folks, we're back with you. Descending into Toronto, planning runway 23. And it looks like 10,000 feet will be makeable. I'm looking here, box them before Dubos. Yeah, and then we'll set up for 8,000 and then our final down to 6. and then we'll loop it in 423. Beautiful day for flying, folks. We're on our descent. Okay, that's all set. Final thing we got to do is set up our ILS frequency. Okay, very simple, folks. Usually you would set it up in, you know, your nav radios. No, they've actually got an ILS radio right here. So 1115 and 237. CYOO. I was looking at VATSIM here, folks. Oshawa. I think I've actually picked up there. That's what makes it even funnier. Because like Hamilton, I don't think I did Trenton, Ottawa, and a couple of others I have picked up in. Can't think of the big one that I always seem to go to a lot. But we did hit that one every now and then. That's always interesting to go down. When I fly here, Memory Road, did I go there with the truck or not? So, good descent going, maintaining speed, so we're doing good here. 237, everything's set, ready to go. Whoa. Boy, I got that wrong. I'm glad that fixed it. Here, let me show you. I thought I read 111.15. No, it's 0.5. There we go. Big difference. Big difference. Bandit Cloud's going, great, we don't have an ILS. All right, so there we go. The big wall of clouds ahead. Oh, they're about to swallow us here, folks. Oh, no. But I hope you enjoyed the run. Unfortunately, like I said, I can only do one flight today. It just, timing-wise, I'm actually gonna have some time here if we get on the ground pretty decently. Maybe, but it would have to be real tiny short run. Okay, anti-ice is on. I'll be honest, I don't know if radar returns come on here or not. I'm gonna go ahead, dial us down. Let's take a look, see what's around here. Easiest way to know, everything right now pulls up via maps. And I'm really not seeing anything in here. So that would be a true statement as to why we're not seeing it. Coming soon, I hope that changes. We'll see. Okay, transition level coming up. Do we even set the altimeter here? Because we sure didn't on takeoff. 3001. Okay, quiz time, folks. I know you're all going, I was just in school. I don't like quizzes. Okay, well, if you're into aviation, you should know this answer. It's a better topic than political science. Moving the altimeter setting from 2992 or 1013 to 3001. That is our altimeter setting. Which way's the needle gonna go? Which way is this needle? Is it gonna go further down or come back up here? Which way? This test question has been used before. The needle will go up. Here is a demonstration because the actual altimeter is 301 here. Noticed how it holds, but it would, say for instance, we were at 3040, which we were a couple days ago here in St. Louis. And we, set, yeah, it moves the needle up. Now, to set this altimeter, there's a click spot right here. You do have to. Now, watch this one as we go up. For those of you in the QNH world, see how that needle's going way up when I move it? I had to be a little dramatic there for you to see it, but that gives you the idea. You might find that on a flight test. I was asked that on my private pilot test back in 1983, way back when the yeah, when I got my private pilot, I was asked that question. Now, remember I told you you can't click this to take over the altitude from VNAV? Well, you can your speed. And I'm going to go ahead, hold it at 293, but I'm about to begin lowering it here once we get into the 12s. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and keep it managed for now. But you can kind of see what we're going to do. We're going to fly in. Turn out to the north, or actually to the west, or east. I'm sorry, east. I've only got one more to go. I'll get it right eventually. But go out to the east, and then we turn in for the runway on that second line of fixes. We're going to lower it yet one more time. We're looking okay over there. This one is portraying terrain returns. This would be weather returns. All right, we're going to go ahead, slow us down to 240. Since we don't have a speed restriction called out on this leg. Oh, at 250. Okay, well, stand by. We'll slow it down there, and then we'll use the speed brakes. Help get us down quicker. Sometimes this plane's a little hard to slow down, so getting it to your speeds as quickly as helps a lot, but it can be a pain to get it to slow. You may have to take over and control the throttle yourself. All right, we're coming over Duvos. We're not level yet, but we're gonna make it level. As we head for 8,000. $220. And are we in between layers? Oh, we have the ground. Wow. We're out at 11,000. Okay, we still could run into an overcast layer at 8,000 that was reported about 45 minutes ago.
Traffic, Airline 149, taxi for runway 23 via Alpha Lima Alpha Hotel for runway 23.
Okay, we're going for 8,000 at ADSED. And then it's 6,000 after that and 210. That, I think, is Toronto. Well, we could just make a nice straight in for that, couldn't we? Wow. My luck, there'd be a layer of clouds we run into. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, set up here. What's my minimums? Even though sometimes I don't care about them, 250. Okay. And that is Toronto, folks. Be a little high on the approach. Okay, there's the turn. 056. Toronto traffic, FedEx 811's 6,000 feet downwind, runway 23. And down we go for 3,000. Something's like right on us. There they are. All right, we're getting close to the turn. All right, we are turning for the approach. Toronto traffic, FedEx 811, turning base, direct Natick for the ILS 23. All right, let's set them up. Okay, what happened?
Toronto traffic, Air Canada 149, taking up for runway 23, west departure, Toronto.
Yeah, I really don't know what happened there, folks, but it did what it did. Let's set up approach. Slow to 180. Oh, wow, we're going into a setting sun. Oh, I was not expecting that one, folks. But I'll take it. That's cool. 3001 is still the altimeter. Here we come. Okay, runway. $11,000 long. Yeah, 2 is perfect. All right, here we go. Flaps. 5. Toronto traffic, 10-mile final, 23, FedEx 811 heavy.
Toronto traffic, Airline at 149 at 2,400, clear runway 823, Toronto.
All right, we are set up. You guessed it, my plane to screw up. Okay, we're stable.
Sync rate. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
No, you know, I find that with this plain Inusic that I don't end up flaring quite a bit. And I don't know the reason why. All right, we're off the runway. Toronto traffic, FedEx 811's off 232 FedEx. Other than the fact that we were kind of fast down the approach, not a bad flight. Not bad at all. It's been a while since we've been to Toronto. Pearson, not down there on the lake. All right, now I got to remember it's the next one in. Okay. Okay, APU's on, so let's get the gen on. That was still, it looked like pretty good landing. I haven't looked at the numbers obviously yet. Okay, APU's running. Let me just make sure I don't have to set auto brake, the line transponder flaps. Okay, transponder. Okay. Welcome to Toronto. Give you another nice look outside. Not sure why there isn't a lot of parking spots right here. I'll check a chart afterwards, but I would have swore there was the last time we were here, this got a lot of parking spots, unless that changed. A lot happens. All right, engine selectors off, fuels cut off, fuel pumps. all but one off, which is the left front. Engine pumps off. Okay, and real quick setup here. Okay, chocks, stairs, GPU. Oh, I thought I put that one on there. Doggone it. There you have it, folks. Welcome in. Hope you all enjoyed. A great time. Great flight. Little bit of traffic here, but not much. Nothing yet control-wise. So let me just get in here, change something real quick. Beacons off. Heats off. All right, let's take a look at it, shall we? First off with FedEx. Wow. They aren't ever nice to us. They got us 414 feet a minute. Kind of felt better than that. Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure we... All right, looks good. FedEx got us pretty good. All right, Elevatech put us in 413 feet. Boy, that was harder than I thought. What? And finally, the only sim toolkit that usually is harder on us than the rest. This could be bad. They got us at 260 feet a minute. All right, that's how I kind of saw that landing. I don't know where the other two got that. The Airline, ACARS, and that. I don't know what part of the landing they got, so I don't get it. All right, so flight time 2 hours 10 minutes, 800 miles, 10,500 kilograms, 1.6 Gs at 269. We were fast, so that could be why. But 1,699 feet down the runway. Wow. On the center line. Oh, they're saying 20 feet off the center line. Okay. We'll argue that, but wouldn't matter. So overall, good landing. Just had a hard time making sure the reversers deployed. And time to hit the set. Hey, thanks InUSIC for the subscription, resubscription, and for hanging out with us. We sure appreciate you. Hope to see you on the next flight, and have a great night. All right, so there we go there. I just came off VATSIM. See how it looks. Are we going to be able to see? It's going to be difficult. So I think we'll just go with the numbers. But Toronto Pearson, beautiful airport, fun times. Sometimes with the controllers, sometimes not. You never know what you're going to get here. But overall, it was a good run in here. I'm glad we got to come in 2-3. Pretty much out of time. By the time I fire up another airplane and get us going, no matter how fast I do it. So we're going to wrap up today. Kind of knew it was going to be a one flight shot here. And it was starting to look possible downwind, but once you get in here, everything changes once on the ground. All right, there we go. That's about the best we're going to get. So, folks, we're going to wrap up. Thank you all for being here again. Inuasic68, thanks for the subscribe. Thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike this Monday. And hope you all have a great week. Tomorrow, we'll be back in the A339. First flight's out of Cebu for Manila. Then we're doing a Burbank to Phoenix. And then a Berlin to Amsterdam. So I hope you all can join us. Enjoy the rest of your night. And God bless you all. We will be airborne again tomorrow.